Great to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils and the SMU Mustangs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Hey guys, Arizona State head coach told me pregame, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, but he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll give it to Brown. Stop right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Dropping back, it's Boley. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled. Palmer, you got a number one receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? Put a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you've just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The run inside. It's Brown. And they'll knock him down.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Sun Devils are rolling down the field. Wants to throw. It's Boley. Makes a catch. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Sun Devils have a lot of options on second and inches. The give to Brown. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes a catch. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Fires to the tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. They'll try the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And they tried to run that sweep out route. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little bit.
Lets it fly. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. What a grab with one hand. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Trying to do it on the ground. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To throw, it's Boley. A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, ASU.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he makes the extra point. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's going for it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. He goes right back to the air. He's got the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Could not make his way to the corner. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it! Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. The Mustangs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He will not get there as the defense stopped him again. They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Finds his big tight end. They will score! Touchdown Mustangs! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
To the air, it's Boley. It's complete on the right side. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single.
Maybe some room here. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Arizona State. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage. 25. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, If you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. The offense changing the play. Off play action. Forced out of the pocket. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the grab. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw again. Looking for a deep man. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Bringing it back. The 40.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Miller. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now there's still a Mustang who is unable to get up. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wants to go right back downfield. Firing to the right, complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Boley. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Got the back in the middle. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got a man. It's Knight. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Now sliding to his left. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air.
He's going to take a shot. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man at the 45 on his way. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and make it.
Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, that's just trying to give themselves some wiggle room down near their own end zone. He breaks through, but can't hold on to the football. And the worst thing happens, you now turn it over, giving it to the opponent inside your own red zone.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Steps away to find some room. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives we can build upon in the 2nd half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Bowling. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. Wants to throw it again, and why not? It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now the Sun Devils calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Back to pass, it's Boley. Throws to the wideout. Caught. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, SMU.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 18 team, the Colorado Buffaloes.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll take it himself. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turn.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Man, that goes from I'm going to go make a play for my team, run this thing back, make something happen, to dang it, I put it on the ground, and they got it, and they have great field position.
That was the definition of a quick strike, and now we'll see if they can turn that huge play into points.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. He'll do it himself. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that 2nd and 8.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, ASU! The defense putting points on the board.
Number 1 job of a defense, affect the quarterback, get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his 2nd fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, and David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Couldn't find much breathing.